from Luke 2, chapters 1 through 7. In those days, Caesar Augustus declared that everyone throughout the empire should be enrolled in the tax lists. This first enrollment occurred when Quirinius governed Syria. Everyone went to their own cities to be enrolled. Since Joseph belonged to David's house and family line, he went up from the city of Nazareth in Galilee to David's city called Bethlehem in Judea.
He went to be enrolled together with Mary, who was promised to him in marriage and who was pregnant. While they were there, the time came for Mary to have her baby. She gave birth to her firstborn child, a son, wrapped him snugly, and laid him in a manger, because there was no place for them in the guest room. The third candle represents the light of love.
How often do people feel unlovable? More often than we care to admit. Many people experience feelings of despair and negativity. Many people descend into very low places emotionally and spiritually. Many others lead lives of quiet desperation and isolation among the homeless and in places where society wishes to keep them hidden.
Jesus has come to shed light in dark places. Jesus has come to show a whole new way of being guided, not so much by rules for every circumstance, but by a guiding principle of a love ethic. For God so loved the world that he sent his only Son. That's how John put it.
As his disciples who received him in the manger on the outskirts of Bethlehem, we are also to see the revelation of God's own self-giving, self-sacrificing love. This is a love born witness to through Jesus' life and ministry. His compassionate care of those on the fringes. His love shared even as he felt death pangs upon the Roman cross.
Today, we rekindle the light of love as a sign of the Bethlehem child who comes to rule our hearts, guide our words, and make way for his reign among us.
Thanks be to God for the Prince of Peace, the peace and reality of a Messiah in Jesus, the Bethlehem child who is born to save his people.
Are there any celebrations today, birthdays, anniversaries?
Today would have been Marshall's birthday. He would have been 83.
Anyone else?
I do actually have my special. The 31st, New Year's Eve, would be Lori DeKline's birthday, and I always remember her on these days.
This is for my brother, who was born on the last day of the year, New Year's Eve. So this is for my brother Mike.
Can we do it again?
Should we do it again? Let's do it. Why not?
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, God bless you. Happy birthday to
Our ministry together brings our spirit and light to the world. Our gifts together allow us to sustain God's ministry. Please give generously so that our ministry together will continue to give hope to our community. Ushers, please come forward. Surprising God, we thank you for the openness of Mary, her stubborn strength to bear the Christ child as a woman not yet married. We thank you for her spirit that allowed her to brave the fearful consequences of bearing a child outside of wedlock. We thank you for the sacred passion that helped protect the life growing within her. We thank you for Mary's gift of life, offering her own body as a temple for your spirit, taking human flesh. Dreaming God, we thank you for Joseph of Nazareth. We thank you for his sensitivity, his understanding of his inner voice, his ability to act upon his dreams. We thank you for his largeness of heart, for his abundant love for Mary and the child she carried. We thank you for Joseph's care, for his imagination in giving Mary and the child to safety when their lives were threatened. Imagining God, we thank you for your gifts of Mary and Joseph to us, the care they gave to Jesus, your Son, the human qualities they modeled for us, the parts they played in your drama of salvation. Surprising God, thank you for your gifts of love to us. Let the Christ child be born anew in our hearts every day, we pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join with me on page 238. For angels we have heard on high.
Singing, singing,
chapter 2, verses 8 through 20. Nearby, shepherds were living in the fields, guarding their sheep at night. The Lord's angel stood before them. The Lord's glory shone around them, and they were terrified. The angel said, "Don't be afraid. Look, I bring good news to you. Wonderful, joyous news for all people. Your Savior is born today in David's city. He is Christ the Lord. This is a sign for you. You will find a newborn baby wrapped snugly and lying in a manger." Suddenly, a great assembly of the heavenly forces was with the angel praising God. They said, "Glory to God in heaven and on earth, peace among those whom he favors."
When the angels returned to heaven, the shepherds said to each other, "Let's go right now to Bethlehem and see what has happened. Let's confirm what the Lord has revealed to us." They went quickly and found Mary and Joseph and the baby lying in the manger. When they saw this, they reported what they had been told about this child. Everyone who heard it was amazed at what the shepherds told them. Mary committed these things to memory and considered them carefully. The shepherds returned home, glorifying and praising God for all they had heard and seen. Everything happened just as they had been told.
The fourth candle represents the light of joy.
Filled with exuberance and excitement, children danced down steps and through hallways, bound with energy to discover the joy of presents.
But those presents are really a symbol of a far greater gift we would do well to remember. And that gift, not surprisingly, is the gift of Jesus Christ, the Holy One of God, the Savior.
So perhaps it is possible to use those gifts as teaching opportunities. The joy we know in giving, the joy so apparent as colorful paper is shredded and boxes are opened. These are really meant to point beyond themselves to something much more significant. For the gift of Jesus unleashes not a momentary joy, but a joyful spirit that will last a lifetime and beyond. It doesn't depend on conditions and circumstances, rather it is a matter of the heart and will. Jesus' birth provides us a lens through which we see the world from a godly perspective, where God's hope, peace, love, and joy are instruments of redemption and reconciliation. Today we rekindle the light of joy as a sign of the Bethlehem child who comes to rule our hearts, guide our words, and make way for his reign among us.